Welcome to ITL Learning. In this video, we are going to see about shortcut keys in UiPath Studio. And in the last videos, we have seen how to install UiPath Studio, and we have seen how different types of workflows, how to create those sample workflows. And before getting into deep learnings of UiPath Studio, we will see the shortcut keys that are used in UiPath because it saves time in order when we are creating workflows. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button for more videos and click on the bell icon for more updates. And let's get into the video. Mainly, what are shortcut keys? Shortcut keys are nothing but when you want to save some time in order to not getting into file and then click on save, you can directly click Ctrl S to save a Word document. So in that fashion, we have some shortcut keys in UiPath as well. So we will see all the main shortcuts that are used in UiPath in this video, and what are those different shortcut keys. They are mainly divided as file management shortcut keys, comments, debugging, recording, workflow execution, selected activity. And what are file management shortcut keys? File manage shortcut keys are Control Shift plus, and this keyboard shortcut will create a new blank process. Meanwhile, we also see how they work in UiPath now. First shortcut key is Control Shift and N. We'll see how that works. Control Shift and N. A new blank process. You can create a new blank process with this Control Shift and N shortcut key. And the second one is Control O, which opens a workflow or a project, and the next one is Control L. With the help of this keyboard shortcut, we can open the folder where the log files are stored, and Control S is a control, it will save the workflow, and Control Shift S saves all the workflows currently open. And we will see one by one. First one, we have seen how to create a shortcut for workflow, got new process, and the Control O is the next one, which opens all the UiPath processes, and you can select the which process you have to open. It's the Control O, and next one is Control L, which opens you the log files of UiPath Studio. These are the log files of UiPath Studio. And the next one is Control S. When you actually drag something, you can save it manually from here, or you can click Control S, which saves the file. Or when you have multiple files, I'm just creating another sequence, and when you have multiple files open, you can save them by Control Shift and S. It will save all the files which are opened, and these are the file management shortcut keys in UiPath. And the next shortcut keys are comment shortcut keys. These are very useful while creating a workflow in UiPath. And Control D and Control E. Control D is with the help of this keyboard shortcut, you can ignore the activity that you recently selected by placing it into a comment or container. The Control E is it will remove the activity that was placed in comment or container, and we will see what they are. Actually, we have created a activity here, right? And if you do not want to run this activity while you are running, executing or debugging, then you can press Control D, and it will make that assign activity as a comment. It doesn't execute this. If you want to disable this activity, enable this activity, you have to press Control E. Control E, which takes this enable, or you can also right click here and you can disable activity, or again right click there and you can enable that activity by Control E. And these are the comments shortcut keys, and the next shortcut keys are debugging. And F7 is a function runs the currently open workflow in debug mode, and F8 is a function key checks currently open workflow for validation errors. F9, with the help of this function key, we can mark the selected activity or task as a breakpoint. And shift F9, opposite to F9, it will disable the breakpoint. And F11 and shift plus F11, we will see how these functions work in the later video, because we doesn't have any selected workflow to see what is step into and step over, but we will give a brief about step into and step over. When you have 5 or 6 sequences and you debug, you make a breakpoint at the starting of the sequence. So if you want to step into that sequence and check all the remaining activities, then you have to use F11 and it will step into single block every time. If you doesn't want to look at that sequence but you have to look at another sequence, then if you click shift F11, then it will goes to takes you to another sequence. And we will see this when we are actually created some workflows, and we will see the other things. The firstly we will see how this F7 and F8 will work, and we will give some text here. Come to Aditya learnings, and we have a sequence ready here. So firstly we will see how F7 will work. See, F7 is, if I click F8, it will show the validation errors. F8 will show us the validation errors, and there are no errors found in F8. F7 will analyze the workflow, and you can see here F8 will be validate. If you want to validate total project, you have to press shift F8, and if you want to run analyze project, if you have to click shift F7. And these are the debugging shortcuts. And the recording shortcuts, recording is the sense when we have to drag all the activities that are required into the workflow and select which sequences are under. But if in UiPath we have an option like recording, and you can do what the task you want to. If you want to type into or click or anything else, you can do it in by recording those sequences how you are doing actually. And we will see how what is basic web and all the recordings. Meanwhile, we will just remember these shortcut keys. This may be useful while creating the workflows. And Alt Control W, in the sense it will open the web recording. There are mainly 4 types. We will see it in the later videos. And if you click Alt Control W, it will open the web recording. And if you Alt Control B, it will open the basic recording. Alt Control C, it will Citrix recording. And Alt Control D, it will open desktop recording. And F2 and F3 are mainly useful when if you have a click activity, then you have to indicate the element which you want to actually click. And but this element is under the screen, then if you press F2, it will wait for 3 seconds and then it will re-indicate. But if you want to click like an image, then if you click F3, then you can select which area to click. And these are about the recording shortcut keys. And the workflow execution shortcut keys are, if you click F5, it will execute the workflow currently open. If you click on F12, it will stop the execution. And click on F5, it will start the process and will give you, see here the execution is started. It is ended in 16 seconds. And if you click F12, it will stop the process. And the selected activity categories is if you click on Control T, it will take the block into a try catch, and if you click on Control and it will create a new sequence, and Control C and Control V, you all know that the copy and paste syntax keyboard shortcuts. If you click on Control T here, a try catch box is included with the sequence that you have written, and if you if you click on Control N, there is a new sequence that you can create here, and if you click on Control C and Control V are the shortcut keys, and these are all about the shortcut keys in UiPath. Mm, Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any questions or queries, comment on the comment section, and if you like this video, please click on the subscribe button for more videos, and share this video for your friends who want to learn UiPath, and thank you.